To taxi in the Dora, first you push the throttle forward a little bit to start moving. You can use the brake pedals to stop yourself. If you want to turn, you push the brake pedal in the direction you want to turn. For example, if you want to turn right, you push on the right brake pedal. Okay, let's go over takeoff now. First, you need to put your flaps to the middle position. You can do this by looking at the flap buttons and clicking on the yellow one here. Next, you gotta close your canopy. You can put your mouse over this wheel and you can scroll forward to close it. Next thing you gotta do is hold back the stick. Whenever you pull it back, this locks the tail wheel. Whenever we start taking off, we want the tail wheel to be locked so we don't flip over. So the way we're gonna take off is we're gonna push the throttle forward until the RPM goes to about 3,000. And then once you get going pretty fast, the rudder in the back will start working. So then you can let your stick go forward. And eventually, once you get fast enough, you'll be able to just naturally take off by pulling the stick a little bit back. Basically, you just have to do it a couple times and you'll get the feeling for it, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna take off now. So I pull the stick back, bring the throttle to 3,000. Okay, we're going pretty fast, so I'm going to let the stick go forward, and now I can use my rudders to control my steering. And now the plane wants to lift off, so I'm going to pull back on the stick, and I'm up. Once you get off the runway, you can raise your landing gear. You can raise it by opening this cover here and clicking the red button. Then you can raise your flaps up all the way. And that's how you take off in the Dora. Okay, now let's go over landing. Okay, first thing you need to do is get under 300 kilometers per hour. Once you've done that, you can lower the landing gear. Once you slow down a little bit more, you can lower the flaps all the way down to the landing position. Then all you gotta do is just slow down and touch down on the runway. My best tip for you is to not go too fast because that makes it really easy to bounce in World War II planes in general. You almost kind of want to stall onto the runway. You just gotta kind of do it a few times and you'll just kind of figure out how it feels. I'm still a little bit too fast, I need to slow down a little bit more. I'm starting to get a little bit slow, so I'm gonna use a little bit throttle. And you just touch down like that. Once you touch down, you want to pull the stick all the way back whenever you can, so you can lock the tail wheel so you don't flip over. However, you don't want to pull the stick back immediately because then you might just take off from the runway. Once you're stable going down the runway, you can use your brake pedals to slow yourself down, and that's how you land. My last note is that whenever you're coming in on final for landing, make sure that you don't make super drastic throttle movements because the sudden changing torque of the engine can spin your plane and make the wing hit the runway. So make sure you do really smooth throttle movements. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you later.